Sample rate this, sample rate that. Have you ever wondered how we got to 44.1 kilohertz? I'll tell you. Back in the day of tube TVs, all audio was synced to the picture that was playing through the box. America had a system of TV that was NTSC at 60 hertz, and Europe had a system of TV that was PAL at 50 hertz. This is important, I promise. In 1980 something, Sony Philips realized they need to come up with a standardized digital audio format as they're working with digital tape, and then eventually they write the standard for how to print CDs. They realize they need something that works everywhere in the world, but the problem is that 50 hertz and 60 hertz are not the same. They're different numbers. On top of that, the rate of information within each of those frames is defined by the number of lines in the signal, and each standard had a different number of lines. One was 525 and one was 625. And so they needed a number that could fit data in a different number of lines at a different speed and still come out with the exact same number of audio samples per second. And that number, close as can be, is 44,100 hertz. NTSC actually doesn't meet 44,100 hertz. It's 0.1% slower. And so all audio at 44.1 kilohertz got played back on American TVs 0.1% slower. All that to say that Sony in Japan and Philips in Europe decided that was a good enough job, and they stuck with it. That's why when you upload your music to CD Baby, it has to be 16-bit 44.1. It was the CD standard. Now 48 kilohertz comes from the film industry because they were doing everything at 24 frames per second, and so they wanted a number that evenly divided into that. I personally always record at 48K because I went to film school, so it's ingrained in my brain that if I want something that's going to sync to TV, I need something that's at 48 kilohertz. Also, Dolby Atmos only works at 48 kilohertz because it was made for TV. Am I making any sense?